What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Oh, love the hair.
My name is Jules Chambers. I am 38 years old. I moved to Iceland from Brooklyn in 2016,
Brooklyn girl.
And I make $73,000 a year.
Okay.
Millennial money.
Okay.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, specifically in Bushwick. I moved to Iceland in June of 2016, and I make $73,000 a year.
That's going to just scream millennial age to the core, because you don't see this these days, like talking
I was
about.
born and raised in Brooklyn,
No.
Specifically in
The bow rats.
Oh, the barrettes, yeah.
The beads. The big kinky natural twists.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was all day. Mm-hmm. That's all day. We grew up around this type of hairstyle all day. Now, even earlier age from our mamas and them, they had like the Jerry curls and the big bobs in front of their foreheads. But that's
As
different.
children, I had
Bro, but
curl.
that's a different age though.
Yeah.
It's a different time right there.
Yeah, it is. Compared to now.
Bushwick.
Yeah, big
I moved to
facts.
Iceland in June of 2016, and it was a huge change for me. The biggest reason for me moving is that I had married an Icelander. Besides love, I also was offered a job in the marketing department of a big travel company in Iceland. My ex and I separated in 2022, and our divorce was finalized in July of 2023. All Things Iceland gives you the inside scoop on Icelandic nature, history, culture, and travel through the eyes of someone who moved here as an American in 2016, giving travel tips, advice, and sharing fun anecdotes about the country, as well as interviews on my podcast and really fun, helpful information across all of my social media platforms. All Things Iceland for the last 6 months has made a little over $50,000, and for the rest of the year, the projection is revenue of $100,000. And the company pays me, in essence, I pay myself $6,000 a month before taxes and pension.
That's it right there. Yep.
Because I have a great partnership, a long-term contract with a car rental company here in Iceland, I do not pay for anything regarding the car except for fueling it. There is universal health insurance in Iceland that is heavily subsidized. So once you've been living in the country for at least 6 months with a kennitala, or what would be considered your social security number, you're automatically rolled into the healthcare system. And when you go to the doctor, you do have to pay some amount of money, but it is normally not a lot. Oftentimes, when I've gone to the doctor...
Yeah, we're going to pause right there, man. I just did 10 off the wrist. So last video we did, I think the big question was, would you guys prefer to live a quality lifestyle, or are you more focused on a budget? And I think with her, she definitely have nicked it in the bud when it comes to the budget, because she's an entrepreneur, for one. And I feel like her package is just so perfect to her situation.
Millennial money.
Facts. But on top of that, the value, and I mean the quality that she's having out there, the fact that she's able to just be enrolled into these insurances and these policies that Iceland has to offer is a huge blessing. So I just think her situation sounds mad perfect.
Yeah,
you know?
she moved and created a whole business. Okay, first of all, the car.
That's a flex.
She don't need to buy a car.
That's a flex.
Man, that's perfect. Like, she has the perfect position. Love it.
Directly rolled into the healthcare system. And when you go to the doctor, you do have to pay some amount of money, but it is normally not a lot. Oftentimes, when I've gone to the doctor, my cost might be like $3 or $4.
That's a culture shock right there for you.
In general, Iceland is expensive, and in particular when it comes to eating out, it definitely can be expensive. It is normal to pay somewhere between $25 to $30 for one course at a restaurant, a main course. Often
the last gentleman we listened to was the couples from Kansas, and he was a chef, and they also mentioned about their groceries expensive was really, really high.
Yeah, but he's a chef.
Well, I mean, they had one child, but like $500, $600 for groceries.
It's high, but not to us.
Here, that's like, well, I can't even compare, but at the end of the day, that's more expensive for a 2-3 family compared to a 5.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
But he's a chef. He's not getting low quality products.
The amount of food that they're paying for as well is just about the same, though. That's why I'm trying to get out the comparison.
Too.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you guys feel about that? When it comes to eating out, you know what I'm saying? Being able to have to pay a little more than you usually do.
Well, see, I would nip eating out in the bud. I could make the food at the restaurant at home. Okay,
I think that's just the cooking
you.
That is the cooking you, though. You like to have those first-hand experiences.
Yeah, I feel like if we was one of those families who moved abroad, I would just be cutting costs every little where.
Yeah, I think you'd have a good old time doing that, too.
Oh, yes, because the whole point is to have a cheaper living.
Facts.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to another country spending the amount that I'm spending here.
When I've gone out and I had a 3-course dinner, that would be somewhere around $100 to $120. A cup of coffee also varies depending on where you get it. It could cost you as much as $7.50 to almost $8.
Yeah.
I have a credit card. It's a U.S. credit card that I've had for a really long time. I was so happy when I paid it off a couple of years ago. Thankfully, I do not have any debt any longer. I did pay off my student loans, another thing that I was incredibly grateful to do. It's amazing to say that I am debt-free, and I'd like to keep it that way. Every month when I pay myself, because in Iceland you pay yourself once per month, that's usually how it happens, I put away automatically 10% into a savings account.
Teaching y'all.
So we're in Kronan, which is the store I normally like to shop at. This section is my section. Granted, in Iceland, it's limited. And the only reason why I love it is because at least I can get some fresh things. It's because I am plant-based. I often am buying fruits and vegetables. Bananas, of course. It's really important.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Okay.
For how much she was spending a month and she's plant-based, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I believe it is a little more expensive to go that route.
Well, some people say that it's less expensive.
Yeah, I just think it's more ingredients.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For one, a pack of meat, you probably want to do like about $12. Let's say that much. You know what I'm saying? But with the ingredients to create that type of dish, you would have to probably pay the $15 budget just for the ingredients compared to the meat itself.
Yeah, well, that's not my life, so I don't know.
And I'm not an expert in it either, so I'm not the best to ask. But I have heard people say that it can come off as more expensive when you want to go that route.
I've heard the opposite.
You have you?
I have.
What y'all think about it? I'd like to hear y'all experience on that.
Important to me to try and shop as local as I can, just because I want to support the fact that Iceland has certain vegetables that it can grow and produce and like gives out. So I'm always buying cucumber. They're looking really fresh. Because sometimes due to produce always being imported and being in the country for a while, it's good to just like look around it and make sure, okay, this is a decent one. I love mushrooms. They're so delicious. So really happy that Iceland does grow these too. One hot tip though, that if you're visiting and you are wondering about the water in Iceland, it is pristine, it's amazing. There's no reason to ever buy bottled water in Iceland, ever.
Too, right?
Another very Icelandic thing that you'll find in stores besides meat is dried fish in particular. And this is harðfiskur, so it's dried haddock, and this is $1,699. Do not open this in an airplane, in someone's car without their permission. Like it is a very intense smell.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know about that one.
I love living in downtown Reykjavik, and I specifically live in the 101 area. On a street that's a little bit busy, but I don't mind it, especially being from New York. And for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment with an indoor parking spot, I'll just say that because that's important to me, as well as a storage area downstairs, I pay a little over $1,900.
That's still good.
Yeah.
Welcome to
one
my humble
bedroom,
abode. The bathroom is
okay.
here. It's small but cozy.
That
A
must
nice
be more
big mirror
expensive.
and like storage space all over here. We walk right into the kitchen. I love having an island. I feel like I'm doing something wrong
It's
though because
cute.
I'm currently walking with my shoes on in Iceland in the house, and that is not something that you do. My workspace is here. Then over here is my chilling out space, huge couch, TV. Even though I don't watch a ton of television, when I moved in here, my mom was like, you need to have a TV. I think she was right. This painting and the paintings that you see in this apartment are actually by my boyfriend. He's a great artist and musician. In the last
Nice.
room of the house, at least that's in this apartment, is the bedroom. I love the closet space. All these closets are just for me, which is great. And a super comfy bed.
So 1,900 for a 1 bedroom.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Is that based off location only, or is that like the average house for 1 bedroom?
In Iceland.
In Iceland.
Y'all let us know, because I thought about it and I'm like, okay, in today's, because we're so used to the prices right now. You know, I was like, oh, that's cheap. But then I thought about it, a 1 bedroom,
Right. That's a 4 easy back down here.
Yeah, yeah.
2
Back
bedroom.
in the
I mean, 2 bathrooms at that. You know.
Pre-pandemic.
I love Iceland, but it also can be really tough in the wintertime when the daylight is so much less. We have about 4 hours of daylight on our shortest day in the winter, but then we have 24-hour bright days during the summer. It can be snowy, icy, rainy during the winter, of course wind any time of year, and rainy during the summer. Mild temperatures though, which is nice, meaning it doesn't really go that much below freezing on average during the winter time. And in the summertime, we're getting temperatures of maybe a high of 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but more like 40 to 55 is fair. One of the most frustrating things about living in Iceland is not being able to just order whatever you want, and that's only the price that you pay. If I order something from Amazon or from iHerb, which I've done in the past, paying the customs fee can oftentimes be much more than what the item is worth.
Oh, no.
And that is extremely frustrating to me because there are oftentimes not everything that you want can be found in Iceland. So I need to order it from somewhere else. I would say that my Icelandic is paratlægi, only because I feel like I'm afraid to make really big mistakes. And that's something I'm working on. So my understanding is quite high. So I can often just like listen and I totally get it. And then I'm just like, what do I say? I'm stuck on what to say. Living in Iceland has 1,000% had an amazing impact on my mental health. The nature aspect has helped me in so many ways, shedding kind of this idea that it always has to be about my skin color. Being a person of color has many different layers in Iceland, and everyone's experience is different. I've had a wonderful experience. When I moved, I think the biggest weight off of my shoulders was that I didn't feel like my color was the thing that was most part of my identity. It felt like being from New York was what people were so interested in most of the time when we talked about. And I loved that. I loved being just Jules from New York. I'm not saying no one paid attention to my color or asked me questions. Definitely nowhere near the same type of weight that I felt in the United States regarding the systematic oppression and racism.
I love that she even mentioned about that, because on videos like this where it's like produced, they shy away from that.
Right.
But as African Americans, we want to know about that experience, right?
Yeah.
But I do want to speak on the fact that how she said that she feels her mental health has elevated there, right? Isn't Iceland one of those places where they deal with
Depression
and suicide?
I believe so.
Ooh,
No, yeah. Yeah, it's
those rates,
Mm-hmm.
you know, high. So it's interesting because coming from a place here, especially dealing with things that we do deal with here, with systemic oppression and things like that because of our ancestry and who we are. It's interesting that she actually feels better there, where in a place where there is that stigma or problem.
Right.
You know?
Well, I also thought, because I believe I heard this from somebody before, but they have always said that usually when they go to these locations, people ask them where you from. No, like where you from.
Right, right.
So that kind of also gives that race card a little.
Yeah, but they're not asking that.
Yeah, but usually that's what have heard from watching a few of these videos that be the living abroad type of question when people come up to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you can usually tell when someone's from the States, and you can tell when someone isn't.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially due to like accent or things of that nature, how they dress.
Right, but it don't seem like she's dealing with that there.
Right.
The people are accepting that she's from where she's from.
Facts.
You know?
Never ever say that there is no racism in Iceland. There absolutely is, and there have been people who have unfortunately been subjected to terrible things that have been said to them or done to them. I just have not been one of those people, and I hope that doesn't ever happen and that it continues to get better as we all gain awareness. When I first moved over, a big part of being in an Icelandic family or marrying into one is that you spend a lot of time together. So it was great that my ex's family were so welcoming, so loving, so kind, as well as the people that I've met as friends. So I have Icelandic friends and I have non-Icelander friends who are coming from other countries who are really good friends of mine. I have a boyfriend now who is Icelandic and is amazing. And again, I am experiencing a very welcoming environment from his family. I also have been putting aside money to buy an apartment with my boyfriend. We're talking about how we can change the apartment to meet our needs. So currently it has one bathroom and we would like to have two. So we were looking at taking the kitchen and transforming this room into the kitchen and making another bathroom / laundry area. This is our second time checking out this apartment. They lowered the price for this place, and that of course intrigued us because it already had a lot of appeal. It's really bright. It's in a great location downtown. There's a wonderful view. Part of this apartment that you can tell it's like a bit older and needs some love, but we're good at we're good at giving love. So there's schools for when we start a family. Ooh. The number one thing I miss from the US is my family. I visit the US 1 to 2 times a year, and I have family members that also visit 1 to 2 times a year.
Yeah, she actually answered my question. This was going to be one of the things I said at the end of the video that I was going to hope to hear. How often did she go home? And have she had a chance to take her new family to visit the States as well? So hopefully she touching to that direction as well. But so far, I'm happy to hear that she's now talking about it. So did I rewind it yet?
My mother being family. I visit the US 1 to 2 times a year, and I have family members that also visit 1 to 2 times a year. My mother being the number one person that loves to come over to Iceland. She was just here for 7 weeks, and that was amazing. I am an Icelandic citizen, and I have been for some years now. Iceland is my home. I've felt that ever since I moved. When I made that decision and stepped my foot down that day when I came to the country full time, it just felt right, and it has continued to feel that way. So for the foreseeable future, Iceland is my home, and I'm really happy that I have the chance to say that.
That's big, man. Hey, that's a lot of takeaways you can take from this video. For one, moving. You know what I'm saying? It is a nervous thing for most people, but once you make that big step and you're confident in it, it's a blessing. As you can see, she has a lot of beautiful things that she's getting out of Iceland right now. But yeah, I think this is a nice video.
Yeah, she has truly immersed herself. Okay, she's a full-time citizen. Usually, the videos that we react to on the channel is people who have moved recently, like in the recent years, like around the pandemic years. But it's nice to know that she moved there before that was even happening, and so I love hearing her experience. It sounded like a well-rounded experience.
Facts, yeah.
My name is Alana Boole. I'm 30 years old, and I'm an American living in Copenhagen, Denmark. Our rent is about 14,600 Danish kroner a month, which is about $2,100 US.
2 bedrooms, not bad.
I'm a primary school teacher and I work at an international school here in Copenhagen. Before I moved to Denmark, I was living in Dallas, Texas, and I had been there for about 3 years. The first time I came to Denmark was when I was studying abroad in college. I did a summer program in Copenhagen and absolutely fell in love with it. So a few years later, I went on a backpacking trip with one of my friends, and of course I wanted to come back to Copenhagen, so we did, and that is when I met my husband, who is Danish.
Oh.
When I met my husband and we were doing long distance, of course we were talking about who would move where, and he was very open to moving to the US actually, but ultimately we decided that I would come here. I really love the size of Copenhagen. I love that it feels like a city, it feels very international, but it's small enough that everything's still very accessible, especially with the public transportation that we have. I never lived in a city with good public transportation before, so I really appreciate it. As a parent, I also am so happy to live in Copenhagen. The whole city feels very family friendly. Like you never feel like you're a nuisance going around somewhere with your stroller. I can speak Danish. I'm not fluent, but I tried to cram as much Danish learning into the first year and a half that I was here, especially before I started working. I can have most everyday exchanges and conversations in Danish.
Definitely, you gotta learn the language. Anybody that's moving abroad, that's one thing you gotta learn, because the people there are going to talk their talk. They know how to talk it.
At least the basics.
Yeah, at least the basics. Yeah, that's something that I would consider.
Yeah, that's what we kind of focus on when we're learning a new language, you know? The one thing that y'all know we're going to always look forward to is them mentioning anything about family.
Right.
And I think this may be like the second video we have watched of this series where they talk about the family life. Yeah. We're going to look somewhere into Copenhagen.
You always say that too, though.
Yeah.
Like, you always, every time you guys been watching when we really started looking at, going in this direction, she said if there's a family atmosphere, it's definitely a bonus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are a family of 5. And if we watching videos like this, and you guys know we already got so many different trips planned, we always going to take our family with us. Our baby's going to go everywhere with us. So I feel like that's something we never said in a while.
Yeah, definitely.
But we used to always say that.
But how do y'all feel about dogs?
Is the dog culture out there?
How do they feel about it?
Yeah. Yo, because bite cultures kind of don't mix with dog cultures. Because imagine the barking and the chasing of a bike from different dogs.
Oh, no.
On leashes who want to do that. I don't know.
Maybe they're going to put it in the, what you call that thing? The back
Oh, yeah, they let you treat him like a little baby. Okay.
Right before I moved, I was mostly just really excited. I guess I was just really ready to not be long distance anymore. I was also feeling really burnt out from my teaching job in the US, so I was just really ready for a change.
Oh, a big
I
change.
started looking for apartments online and browsed around a bit, and then we decided that a new build was probably best for us for a couple of reasons. We knew that we wanted a fairly modern kitchen and bathroom, which are harder to come by in the city center, especially if you have a budget, as we did. We found this apartment online when I was here in Copenhagen and we were looking together, but then I had to go back to the US. So my husband came to a viewing of the apartment by himself, and he, sent me pictures, and he said it looked good. I trusted his judgment, and then we applied and were able to get a lease.
Straight up. Making movements.
That's a little small for me.
No,
we
that
have a
is
bigger family.
That is small though. But
I
that's
used
a
to
two-bedroom
be the
too.
place where they would dispose of waste until the 1970s, and so it was referred to by some people as Island. Not anymore though. I don't think people still call it that, but it had that reputation.
That's news to us.
Nah, that name probably still somewhere out there.
1, 2, 3.
That's a little.
I would say our rent is higher here compared to Dallas. Texas cities have a much lower cost of living. I think it's a good value for being in Copenhagen and for the amount of space that we have, especially because since we moved in, the landlords can't increase the rent very
Oh,
much
I
every
love
year.
that.
It's tied to inflation. So kind of the longer we live here, the more reasonably priced it seems.
Yeah, that makes sense now. And she kept comparing it to Dallas. It's crazy because you guys know that we are here in Texas as well. So it's like she's basically saying that this is more of a next level thing in Denmark compared to Texas because she said it's cheaper here compared to there.
Yeah. I mean, we have always lived in southern cities, so
Yeah, yeah.
so this is our norm.
Mm.
But I don't
More
know.
pricier, but then as you go with no inflation, then things kind of smoothen
Oh, yeah,
themselves out.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But here it's like up, down, up, down. Then you go to some locations, you know, prices are higher than others.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like it's.
I don't know, but $120 for parking.
You read $120 for parking?
Yeah,
I
that's
did
why I
not
say
see that.
things Italian up.
But 2 bedroom for 1,000 square feet?
2,100.
Yeah, yeah.
That's about here, depending on where you are. We'll see her total. I don't think
To
we
see
got
the
your
total.
groceries yet.
Nah, no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Compared to other things in the area. Before we moved in, we had to pay 2 months of rent up front and 3 months of rent as a security deposit. So that was about $10,500 US dollars. I was really surprised. I think my last apartment in Dallas, I paid like...
Wait a minute, hold on. Y'all paying that? Like, hey, now real life, y'all really gonna sit up there not knowing that this is the norm in Denmark and like sit back and be like, okay, cool, yeah, we can slide
Right.
that right off the bat. Like for us, it's straight credit and like maybe 2 check stubs.
Yeah, but our security deposit is usually
In
1
the-
month rent.
Yeah, it's in the first payment.
Yeah, 1 month rent, and then you'll pay 1 month rent when you're moving in, or prorated.
Right.
Um.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Nah, that's it. I've never been nowhere where there's like 3 more.
Unless your credit is like just shot.
And you got cash flow.
Right.
Then that makes sense.
Ooh. Is that the standard all over?
Babe, that's just 2 bedrooms. Cool.
Whoa.
And 3 months of rent as a security deposit. So that was about $10,500 US dollars. I was really surprised. I think my last apartment in Dallas, I paid like $250 as a security deposit.
Yeah.
And the rent was like $1,500, so it was like a fraction of my monthly rent that I paid for the deposit.
That's it.
And I got it all back too.
That's it,
Right.
exactly.
Generally, what I hear is people often don't get their security deposits back here. So,
Yo, this is a culture shock for us. We never came across this before.
I wouldn't get 3 months rent back.
We cleaned it up and kept it nice and neat for you.
Oh,
You
Lord.
can't get a penny back. That's crazy. It's different though. It's different.
That's
the
different.
news.
we'll see. When we moved here, we didn't really have furniture because I moved with 3 suitcases. I didn't ship anything from the US, and my husband had been living with a roommate before we moved in together, so he didn't have a ton of furniture either. Basically, I think he had a desk and a couple of bookshelves, so we had to buy everything else. We also had to buy like light fixtures because those don't come installed in
Oh, yeah,
our
we did
apartment
hear
and
about
most
that.
Copenhagen
Yeah.
apartments. And that's apparently something that a lot of Danes like. They like to choose their own light
I like
fixtures
that. I like
and
that.
make it fit their style and kind of set the mood of the room, but it was definitely not something that I ever had to do in the US. So I was surprised that we had to do that. I'll show you our main living area. So over here is our living room and also office. When you go into different Danish homes, you'll notice that a lot of them have the same kind of like little Danish pieces. So we have some of those scattered around. One of them is this little optimist, which comes in a lot of different like colors. And then this monkey is ubiquitous in Danish homes. This is our kitchen and dining area, our one wall of kitchen, which is definitely much smaller than I was used to in the US. Pretty limited counter space. I do love that the appliances blend in with the kitchen. This is our dishwasher.
Oh, I love that.
When we moved in, the apartment was a really good size for just me and my husband. But now that we have a child and my husband works from home sometimes, it is feeling like it would be really nice to have an extra room that could be an office, but for now, this is our best solution. This is our bedroom. We liked that it had a great size. This is probably almost a king-size bed. We have not adopted the European model of 2 separate duvets.
Oh, that part.
When I moved here, I just didn't like the look of it. We were very lucky to have built-in wardrobes. Most people have to build their own wardrobes, and like bedroom closets are definitely not common in Copenhagen.
So we did do some home reviews as well on this channel of different locations, like as she's speaking now. Not this location, but Denmark, like places in Denmark. You know what I'm saying? And the home is definitely given. We are like, this is the, I guess you could say, the landscape of how the homes have been very much so described, especially the long closet. You know what I'm saying? I remember that one. Yep.
This is my son's room. When we first moved in, this was our office/guest room. So when I first moved here, I wanted to have a guest room so that if anyone came to visit me, they would have a free place to stay. But then we had a child, so now it's his room. This is our bathroom/laundry room. We have a shower, but no bathtub. So like many people who have children in Copenhagen, we have this little plastic bathtub that we use for baby baths. I could see myself here, I'm not going to say the rest of my life, but like indefinitely. I certainly could see us moving a bit outside of Copenhagen, but I don't want to go too far. And it's always a possibility that we could move to the US or somewhere else. I would say I'm happier living in Copenhagen than in Dallas. I think a big part of that is job satisfaction, honestly. I work much more reasonable hours. The expectations are more reasonable. My salary is reasonable. We all spend a big chunk of our life working, and so I think that that makes a big difference. But I also think that I'm able to enjoy the time that I'm not at work more because I'm not stressed about things that I probably would be in the US. I don't want to get too controversial here, but one of those is gun violence. I don't have to worry about gun violence for myself or my child, and I think that that's just a big stress on so many Americans right now that I am very fortunate to not have to think about. And you know, I don't have to worry about if I lose my job, are we not going to have health care? I think that the Danish social system does so much for its residents that just allows you to live your life with less stress and enjoy it more. And that's something that Danes really value. Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think that's a wrap right there. We're going to end it. Yeah, we're going to end it right there, man. Make sure you guys go ahead and check it out. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm glad to see a teacher got out. And now she's still able to be in that profession, but have a better work-life balance and mental health.
Correct.
Because that's the number one thing I think about when it comes to our schools is gun violence.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she's happy.
Good stuff. And I don't think it's controversial. I think when you are in an environment that, you know, has these things happen in malls, schools, churches, and is very like in your range, you kind of have a little stress behind you, you know, because you don't want to be in that position.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think that's controversial at all.
It's not controversial. It's a problem that needs to continue to be talked about so that they can find a solution.
Yeah, everything has a solution.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.